everyone, welcome back. Today I'm really excited to be sharing my Sephora haul from the recent Sephora spring sale. I am a Rouge member, so I did get to start on April 1st. And let me tell you, I had to add and delete many items before I finally put together a cart that I was really excited about. So today I'm going to share the products that I purchased with you, and we're going to do some first impression try-ons with some of the products as well. Before we get started, I would love if you would hit that subscribe button. It would mean so much to me, and we'll get going. So I didn't do a giant haul. I only purchased 6 items, and one was part of the reward system, so I spent like 100 points on it as well. But the first product is from Givenchy. It is their Prisme Libre Skin Caring Matte Foundation. I absolutely love the Givenchy Prisme Libre setting powder, and I really wanted to try the foundation as well, especially since it's matte and I have oily skin, and matte foundations typically work better for me. So we are going to try this out today. Another item we're going to try out today is from Dior. This is their Backstage Flash Perfector Concealer. Rose from Rose & Bin Beauty really recommends this concealer, and I really wanted to try it, so I did purchase it, and we're going to try it out today. I do have a few repurchases, the first being the Milk Hydro Grip and Refresh Setting Spray. Set and Refresh Spray. I tried a mini size of this, went through it super quickly, so I was like, I would like the full size, and it being on sale, I went for it. I also repurchased from Glow Recipe the Plum Plump Hyaluronic Cream Dewy Moisturizer. This is just the pod because I already had the whole container thing from my first purchase, so I just repurchased the pod, which I think is really cool. I really enjoy this moisturizer, so I'm happy I repurchased it. I also repurchased the Kosas Air Brow. I love this brow gel. It is just phenomenal. I've raved about it. I've got multiple videos raving about it, so obviously I had to repurchase it. And then I did get a couple of things that I wanted to try as well. The first one is from First Aid Beauty. It's their Cleansing Oil and Makeup Remover. I don't like the cleansing balm that I have to remove makeup currently, the Juno & Co. one. It's not good for me, so I was like, I'll try this one. It's cheaper than the papaya one from Glow Recipe, so I wanted to give this one a go. I did actually get to use it, and so far I'm happy with it. I think this will be a good purchase for me. Another product that we're going to use today that I am super excited to use is by Patrick Ta. This is the Major Dimension 2 palette in more rosy tones. I mean, it's still pretty neutral, but definitely some more rosy tones in there. So I'm super excited to try this one out. There are still 2 cream shades, just like the first palette. I loved the first palette so much, there was no way I was going to let this skip on a sale. And then the little purchase thing that I got with my rewards points is from Laneige. It's the Cream Skin Toner and Moisturizer. It's just a little sample. I'm running low on my toner, so I was like, maybe I'll try that one. But this is my haul from Sephora. I know it's not huge, but I'm really excited to try these products with you, and yeah, so I'm going to dive into them. So I'm going to start with primer like I normally would. This is my Tarte Smoothing Primer. I love this stuff. And I like to apply it wherever I have pores, so that's my chin, my forehead, between my eyebrows is a porous spot for me, and then on the sides of my nose here. Now we're going to go into foundation. I'm super excited to use this, and considering that the powder from Givenchy is more expensive than this, I was surprised with how, not affordable, but the price of it, because it's around the same price range as the Nars Light Reflecting Foundation that I just picked up. So that was kind of a nice surprise, is that it wasn't too expensive, but I'm so excited. So I picked up the shade 2N120, so hopefully it's not too light. Honestly, the Dior concealer looks darker than the foundation, so I'm a little worried. So I just took some on the back of my hand here. It doesn't look super runny, so that is a good tell sign for matte foundation. It's a little light. It smells good though. There is a scent to it. Definitely floral. But oh my gosh, that is beautiful. That's just applying so nicely. I would say so far it's medium to buildable coverage. It's building on my cheeks quite nicely to cover some of my redness. Okay, so that's half of my face. Let's lean in here, but it is so smooth. Definitely doesn't look wet, so I definitely think the matte, the soft matte is true. And again, medium coverage to buildable. Wow, I'm liking this so far. So I'm going to go ahead and do the second half of my face. And then I'm going to take what's left on the back of my hand on my sponge and just press everything in. Shade-wise, it's probably a shade too light for me, but I can definitely make that work. But finish-wise, this is beautiful. Beautiful. If you are oily or get oily throughout the day, so far, this has applied like a dream. This might be my new favorite foundation. I do have quite a bit of acne on my forehead, and it covered that up pretty darn nicely. Honestly, it's not full coverage, so yeah, you can still see the spots, but I'm totally okay with that. I just like to tone down the redness, and this did exactly that for me. And it did the same thing for my cheeks as well. But because I used my Givenchy new foundation, I am going to be using the powder, and then we're going to try out the Dior concealer. And I'm hoping this is not too much lighter than the foundation. Ooh, so that's cool. The applicator is actually like a little brush. And then I did get the shade 1N. Do a little dab here, a little over here, just a little there. So this concealer is deeper than the foundation, but I still want to try it, so I'm going to try it. And I just like to take my Rare Beauty concealer brush to blend it out to start with. Blend it out, it doesn't actually look too much deeper than the foundation, so that's nice. But it's blending out very nicely for sure. Okay, so now I'm going to use my Givenchy powder, and we're just going to set right under the eye. That's an impressive concealer powder combo for sure. Let's go ahead and do this eye. I will say the brush picks up a lot, like there's the stopper in it doesn't seem to like squeeze any of the product out, so you do get quite a bit every time you dip into it. So if you're not heavy-handed with concealer, I would be a little more careful. And then I'm just going to set the rest of my face with my Givenchy powder. For bronzer, I'm going to go into my Scott Barnes Sicilian Sun bronzing powder, and we're going to start by warming up the cheeks. Do a bit on the forehead and down by the temples. Gonna do a little down my nose and a little bit under my jawline. Then I'm gonna take my Nars Orgasm powder blush. Just apply a little bit on the cheeks, a little on the nose. And then I'm gonna go into my Natasha Denona Glam face palette, and I'm going to be using this highlight. I'm still completely obsessed with it. Just apply it on the high points of the cheeks, a little down the nose, on the tip of the nose, and the Cupid's bow. Now I've given my Milk Hydro Set and Refresh Spray a good shake, and we'll set the face with this one. I did go ahead and prime my eyes. I used my Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion, but now we're going to get into the palette. Oh, I am so excited to use this. So excited. To begin, I'm going to go into this shade, which I believe is called Amour. So I'm going to start by tapping this in the crease. That is a really pretty shade. And then once I get the pigment the way that I want it, I'm going to just use that same brush and just blend upwards to kind of transition it to a lighter shade. That is so pretty. So pretty, and it blended out very easily, very quickly. Now I'm going to go into the lightest shade, which is called Crush. And I'm actually going to just use the same brush. I'm just going to flip it over. Just take a tiny amount, and I'm going to take that and transition that first shade even more up into my brow. So I am dying to go into this first shimmer shade. It's a little bit more golden. It's called Adore, I believe. And I'm just going to use my finger, and I'm going to press that all over my lid. Oh my goodness, how pretty. Oh yeah. Now I really packed that color on, but that is stunning. So I'm just going to go back into that first shade. I believe it was called Adore, and just go around that shimmer so it's not so harsh. Even go do little circular motions. There is a bit more fallout with that gold shade, but again, I really packed it on. So I bet if you don't pack it on so heavily as I did, it might not do that. But I do want to use one of the cream shades. I would like to use the darker shade, which I believe is called Unfaithful. And I'm taking it on a small angled brush, and I am going to try to make a wing. But I'm going to start it from my lower lash line. That doesn't look half bad, right? And then I'm also going to continue that shade on my lower lash line, pretty close to the lashes. And I'm going to take it about halfway. Next, I'm going to go into this shade, which I believe is called Passion. And I am just going to smoke out that liner on my lower lash line with that shade. Next, I'm going to go into this shade, which I believe is called Devotion. And I am going to finish the lower lash line and bring that all the way to the inner corner. And then I'm going to go back into my highlight from my Natasha Denona palette and use that as the inner corner highlight. I know there are quite a few more shimmer shades in that palette, but I really wanted to get my hands on the gold one, and I am really impressed with the quality, the blendability. I still really like the cream shadows. I really actually like this look a lot. I feel very pretty. So I'm going to put some lashes on, use my Kosas Air Brow gel again for my brows, and I'll be back to finish the lip. I know I've got mascara on my nose. I gotta let it dry, and then I'll pick it off. For my lip liner, I'm going to go into my Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat. This is in the shade Pillow Talk. It's a very neutral pink color. And then I'm going to go in with my Milani matte lipstick. This is in the shade Tease, and it's quite a bit more brown than the lip liner, but I want to go over with a golden lip gloss to try to tie in all the pink and the gold together. So that was just a light layer. Like, I didn't put that on super thick. And then this is the gloss that I want to use. This is Maybelline's Lifter Gloss. This is in the shade Sun. It's from their bronze collection of this gloss, and it's so pretty. I think it'll add just enough to tie in the eyes to the lips. Yeah, I like that a lot. I just realized I totally forgot to do my brows while I was doing my mascara. Alright, here is our finished look. I did my brows, I got the piece of mascara off my nose, and this is what we're working with today. I have to say, I feel really pretty today. I'm having a good makeup day. I'm in love with that foundation. That was really good for my skin tone. Well, my skin type per se. I think the Patrick Ta eyeshadow palette is beautiful. I feel like I'm going to get as much use out of the second one as I do the first one. They're probably going to be my go-to palettes for a little while, so I hope you like the color scheme because that's what I'm going to be using. If you want to see me use specific colors out of that palette, please let me know in the comments below. But I hope you got to enjoy the Sephora sale as much as I did. I had a lot of fun going through everything, making a giant loves list, and then picking the select few that I really wanted to try immediately. I would love to know what you actually purchased in your Sephora experience, so let me know in the comments below. Other than that though, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me out quite a bit. Don't forget to ring the bell and hit all on your notifications, and you'll be notified every time I post a video. I'm here on Tuesdays and Fridays, 10 a.m. Mountain Daylight Time, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.